So with that, we have a couple speakers that are going to talk about what this could mean for our community, for jobs, for education, for recruiting and retaining the best faculty or the best employees. And if those speakers would like to step forward right up here, you can line up. We're going to have you each step to the podium when you talk so that we can hear you and so that we can capture you on the radio as well. So our first speaker is Mayor Don Gerard, and the rest of you, feel free to come up and get in line here next to the mayor. So Mayor Don Gerard I'm starting to call him the broadband mayor. He went to Washington and talked to other mayors, and how broadband could change our community was all the rage. So Mayor Don Gerard, thanks so much for being here, and tell us about this broadband opportunity and what it could mean. And if you wouldn't mind stepping to the microphone so everybody can hear.
Thank you very much. Yeah, as Brandon said, when I was in Washington, D.C., I was sitting next to a gentleman from the Chamber of Commerce of Chattanooga. And I was bragging on our town. I'm very proud of Champaign. I was talking about our research park, about the opportunities. I was talking about the Illinois Marathon, talking about all the different things, about our downtown with all of its unique local restaurants and businesses and this dynamic. And he was very excited. He was a little bit jealous. He said, that's kind of the stuff that we're really going for. And I'm sitting next to a guy who has this broadband network that's over their power grid. And he's telling me that they have opportunities and putting things in play for educational opportunities, for public safety opportunities, for storm response, for fire response, to hook up, just things that are just nearly unfathomable in the real-time applications to make it a safer, better community. And as I sat there talking with him, I thought about how all these things work together. It's sort of a wealth of a luxury of taking things for granted. This is such an opportunity for us to create the type of community where we have public schools, life safety, private business with this high-tech, cutting-edge tool that we then have more time and have more opportunities to enjoy the rest of what our community has to offer. For example, we might bring a company here because of this technology, because they can have some application for it. But then the people who work for that company, the families, they won't just be here because they'll be able to watch movies really fast. I mean, that's really neat. But they'll be here because this will be a very safe community. Our police will have absolutely cutting-edge technology to respond, to keep track, to look forward and take care of our community. Same with our fire. Same thing with if we have tornado warnings or anything like that. It all of a sudden, it just puts us on a whole new level. We move into the 21st century. We are on the cutting edge. We are the 21st century community. I already believe that in the state of Illinois, as the economy is, when you look at Champaign, I said this at a recent press conference in Chicago with the governor, I said, we are a model community. We are a AAA credit-rated city. Our city manager, Steve Carter, has been a prudent steward of our finances. We have money. We have investors and developers who are building. We are growing. We are expanding. In a time of turmoil, in a time of a state that is in chaos, we are a shining beacon on the prairie, and we really are. I think outside of, south of I-80, it's very, very little competition for Champaign. And to add this component, the sky is the limit. As Tom Bruno mentioned when we talked about this, when he was very first considering this years ago, he compared it to the Edison electric lamp. It was like wiring up houses. And in talking with historians about the process of just doing that, bringing it to the households, bringing it to the rural areas, trying to convince them this was a good thing. It's much in the same way. And I can't even imagine what this can be, which is the most exciting part of it. But the fact that we have an opportunity to invest, the fact that we have an opportunity to reach out and grab something that very few cities in the country will have or do have. We have been given a gift of an infrastructure, and it's up to us to take advantage of it. At a recent council meeting, somebody stood up and said, just a random citizen said, a friend of mine said, Champaign is the city with most opportunities per capita of any place in the Midwest. And I'd like to believe that. And I think given, if we provide this type of amenity, if we provide this type of service, this is certainly the sky's the limit for home businesses, and as I said, to have that luxury of not even thinking about things. It equips us to be a truly dynamic, progressive community. So I cannot be more excited about this, and really looking forward to getting out there and just letting people know that this isn't something we should be wringing our hands over and hemming and hawing and saying, is it really worth the investment? Absolutely. The investment's been made. The federal government has made the investment. They've given us this gift. It's up to us to take it, take advantage of it, and run with it. So very excited. Thank you, Brandon. You've done a fantastic job. Very excited with everyone who's been involved in this. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and we are poised to be, a city that people talk about throughout the world. We already are. In many ways, this is just another huge leap forward, and as I said, the possibilities are endless. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Give a round of applause to the mayor. He's really championed.